This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for September 30, 2023, nurse killed in two-vehicle crash in St. Thomas. A nurse was killed in a two-vehicle accident on the York Main Road in St. Thomas on Friday. The deceased has been identified as a 29-year-old Chelsea Angus of Seafort in the parish. Angus was a practical nurse at the St. Thomas Infirmary. The news understands that about 5:30 p.m., Angus was driving her Toyota Vitz motorcar towards Morant Bay when, in the process of overtaking, the vehicle collided with a Mazda pickup traveling in the opposite direction. Angus, who suffered serious injuries, was rushed to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Gabriel King's mother hands over key for police to access her phone. After months of trying to prevent investigators from accessing her cellular phone as they probe the murder of her 9-year-old son, Gabriel King, Amoy Leon Issa on Friday afternoon handed over the key to unlock the device. This comes after the Constitutional Court's order Friday morning for her to hand over the key by 4 p.m. But her attorney, Chukwemeka Cameron, while confirming with the news that the key has been handed over, said his client's next move is to file an appeal.
My client, in accordance with the court order that was handed down today, has handed over to the police the key in relation to her phone. Having had an opportunity to read the decision of the court, we have received instructions to pursue an appeal. This decision will have far-reaching impact on my client and Jamaican citizens at large, and on the face of it may well be inconsistent with the recently declared right to informational privacy. This case, if left unchallenged, risks setting a precedent that could erode the foundational right that was recently declared.
Prior to Friday's judgment, Mrs. Leon Issa sought to quash the production order by a parish court judge, instructing her to allow investigators to access the device. She argued that the search by the police would breach her right to privacy. But Justice Lorna Shelley Williams, in delivering the Constitutional Court's judgment, said although the production order breached Mrs. Leon Issa's right to privacy, it was proportional in a free and democratic society.
So in conclusion, we find that although there would be a breach of the claimant's right to privacy, it was proportional in a free and democratic society. The court finds that the request for the key to access the data on the iPhone would be limited to investigations into the death of GK, which occurred on the 13th of January 2022. It is our considered conclusion and finding that the benefit gained from granting the amended production order that would aid in the investigation into the death of GK far outweigh the breach of the privacy of the claimant. The data to be extracted would have to be limited to the purpose stated in the order. The circumstances under which the iPhone came in the possession of the police is also of great importance. The iPhone was retrieved from the vehicle that GK's body was recovered from. The claimant stated in her affidavit that she had given the iPhone to GK to keep him occupied whilst he was in the vehicle. Based on these facts, it is understandable and reasonable that the investigators would wish to view and possibly utilize the contents of the iPhone to assist them in their investigation.
Mrs. Leon Issa's request to have damages paid to her was rejected. According to the police, Mrs. Leon Issa reported that she was slapped in the face and dragged from her vehicle by two men after she slowed down to navigate a pothole-riddled corridor while driving towards downtown Montego Bay at about 9:30 a.m. on January 13, 2022. The men sped off in the vehicle with Gabriel still in the back seat. The vehicle was found abandoned on the Fairfield Main Road several hours later with the body of the 9-year-old boy soaked in blood. B.B. Cook High student in custody for assault on schoolmate. The male student of B.B. Cook High School in St. Elizabeth, who allegedly knocked out a fellow student for accidentally stepping on his shoes, is in police custody. The grade 11 student was taken in by his mother earlier on Friday. This was disclosed by Acting Commander of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, who told the news that detectives have been assigned to the case.
So far, from the statements that are being collected, one student has been taken into custody under reasonable suspicion of assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. Further persons are being interviewed, and thereafter it is expected that formal charges will be laid. The investigations are still ongoing at this time.
The 14-year-old grade 9 student is hospitalized in serious condition following the violent attack. In an interview with a journalist on Friday, family members of the injured boy expressed their sadness at the incident. The boy's aunt, Tamika Holness, said security personnel who witnessed the attack failed to inform the principal and other school administrators or render assistance to the badly injured student.
The securities at the gate, they didn't report it to the teachers or the principal. It's Jahim's friends that had to walk with him, pick him up and walk with him through Junction Town and all that to bring him to Dr. Teams. Trust me, that's really sad. Another thing that hurt me real bad is that we were trying to get in touch with the school. We got a teacher number. We called her trying to get the principal number. Her response was, "I'm not the principal, I'm not the dean of discipline. How did you get my number? You're not supposed to call."
Ms. Holness and the boy's mother, Chantel Goulburn, met with the principal and other school administrators. The family also met with the police Friday morning. Dengue cases rise to 1,060. The Ministry of Health is reporting that the number of presumed suspected and confirmed dengue cases has increased to 1,060, almost doubling the figure released by the ministry last Friday. At that time, the ministry reported 565 presumed, suspected, and confirmed cases. In an update Friday, the ministry said there have been 132 confirmed dengue cases, with the type 2 strain dominating the confirmed case count. At the same time, 4 of the 6 deaths previously under investigation have been classified. 1 death was dengue-related, while the other 3 were classified as suspected dengue-related deaths. All parishes have recorded dengue cases, with Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Thomas, St. Catherine, Portland, and St. James recording the most confirmed cases. The 5 to 14 age cohort continues to be the most affected, followed by persons 25 to 59 years old. Members of the public are urged not to use aspirin, diclofenac, ibuprofen, or any of the medications, pain relievers, known as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. These drugs, when used to treat the fever in dengue, have been known to increase the severity of the disease. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.